am back with another great recipe. I'm going to show you how to make a southern fried cabbage recipe. Wait a minute, hold up. Don't you have a southern fried cabbage recipe already? Yes, I do. But I'm going to show you how to finesse another southern fried cabbage recipe. So you're not only going to have one, but you're going to have two different recipes. And let me tell you, they're both going to be absolutely out of this world delicious. So with all of that being said, let's head on over to the kitchen and get to cooking. First thing up is our andouille sausages. This is chicken andouille. Yes, it comes in chicken as well. And if you want to swap it out for something else, let's say maybe pork or a different type of sausage, definitely feel free to do so because you know your girl Cooking with Tammy's recipes are very versatile. Also, we're going to need a head of cabbage along with bell peppers. I have both red and green, diced onions, chicken bouillon, Cajun seasoning, sugar, and vinegar. And I know you don't see it here, but we're going to need some Worcestershire saucy sauce as well. So with all of that being said, let's get to cooking. First thing we're going to do is we're going to continue to slice up our sausages. Now here's the thing. I took the whole length, sliced it down the middle, and we're going to cut it in half once again and get to chopping it on up. If you want to cut it in circles, you definitely can. If you want to dice it on up, it's totally up to you. Whatever you prefer. And once we get that done, we're going to move right on to working on our cabbage. Quick tip, when preparing your cabbage, of course, you're going to remove those leaves that might not look so good. We're going to cut it in half. We should have 4 parts. And we're going to go in there and take that core out. Slice that cabbage on up. If you want to slice it up in chunky chunks or if you want to slice it really small, you can do that as well. Make sure that knife is sharp. It makes the job so much easier. Once we're done, we're going to place it into our strainer. Rinse it off with cold water. Wash it off really well. In the meanwhile, you're going to allow your strainer to sit in the sink because we want to drain all of that excess water. I have a hot cast iron skillet waiting and ready to go. We're going to add a small drizzle of oil because we're using chicken andouille and it's not a greasy sausage, all right? Now, if we were using let's say pork or even beef sausage or even bacon, you don't have to worry about adding any oil because as the sausage renders, it's going to create its own oil. Add our sausages, allow them to toast up really nice, toss them around back and forth. Once they're brown and looking lovely, go in there, take a quick taste, and get back to cooking. Add those beautiful bell peppers to your pan. And we're also going to go in there with adding our diced onions. Stir it on up, combine it really well. We're going to allow everything to cook until our bell peppers are slightly softened and our onions become nice and translucent. My flame is on low medium to medium heat. That's what we're rocking out with, and that's the best flame to have when you're cooking your andouille sausages and peppers in a cast iron skillet. After about 5 to 6 minutes, everything is looking perfect. Our sausages are perfectly toasted on up and our bell peppers are nice and soft. Then we're going to add our cabbage. If you have experience cooking spinach or even collard greens, you know what it is. It seems like a lot when you first put it in the pan, and then once everything starts to break down, it's like a magic act, not as much as you started with. With that being said, if you want to make this recipe for a large group, definitely use maybe about 2 to 3 heads of cabbage. Allow the cabbage to sit in the pan for at least 5 minutes. You want to allow it to break down just a bit before you go in there and start tossing things around. Unlike myself, please reach for the large cast iron skillet because the struggle is real right now. I don't know what your girl was thinking, but nevertheless, once this cabbage starts to break down, we're going to be in business. Also, this southern fried cabbage recipe is not only limited to using a cast iron skillet. If you have a regular skillet, non-stick skillet, or even a pot, you're going to use that and we're going to make the best of it, all right? Once you rotate everything from the bottom and you bring it to the top, cover it on down with the lid and allow that steam to break down the cabbage and cook it even faster. This is what our cabbage looks like after about 8 minutes. As you can see, it's getting that nice caramelized color going on from the sausages and at the bottom of the pan. I haven't added anything to change the color so far, but everything is coming out perfect. As the cabbage starts to break down, it's time for the fun part. We're going to hit it off with some Cajun seasoning. And remember, when adding the seasonings, you want to start small. We can always go back in there and adjust the flavors later. We're also going to hit our southern fried cabbage off with a pinch of salt, along with ground black pepper. Everything is coming together and it smells fantastic. Yay! At this time, we're going to add our chicken bouillon powder. However, if you want to combine it with the water that we're going to add, you can do that as well. If you don't have chicken bouillon powder on hand, no fuss, no worry, no need to fret. All you need is some chicken broth and you will be good to go. You want to get in there and mix it and combine it really, really well. Because remember, we're rocking out with dry seasonings. You don't want all of the seasoning to be concentrated on that one cabbage leaf. And when you bite into it, it's not going to be good. So you want to get in there and mix it up and combine it really, really good. Time to add our Worcestershire saucy sauce. Yep. Make sure you add enough because it's going to bring great flavor to our southern fried cabbage. We're also going to go in there and add our sugar along with our distilled vinegar. And let me tell you something. The sugar and the vinegar is going to have the ultimate contrast. You're going to have a little bit of the sweet going on along with a little bit of the acidity factor. It's going to be so delicious. This is what our cabbage looks like after about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the texture of the cabbage, that's going to be left up to you. You have to know whether or not if you want a crunchier texture or an in-between texture or even maybe a softer textured cabbage. So that part we're going to leave up to you to decide. But this is what it looks like I said, after about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to allow this cabbage to cook for a total of about 25 minutes, and this is going to be perfect for me. Also, this recipe is definitely customizable. If you're a person that likes your cabbage a little bit more on the sweeter side, definitely add more sugar. Same thing applies when it comes to the vinegar. If you like a more acidic taste to your cabbage, definitely add some more vinegar. Add more Cajun seasoning or even less depending on the brand, more chicken bouillon. This is a recipe where you're going to taste as you go in order to customize it and make it perfect for your palate. And this is it right here. Our southern fried cabbage recipe is done, looking absolutely gorgeous, and I can guarantee you it tastes even better. So before we go, we have to hit it off with the hot saucy sauce. Of course, you got to add that hot sauce. It wouldn't be delicious southern fried cabbage if you don't finish it with the hot sauce. And with all of that being said, guys, definitely give this recipe a try. I'm your girl cooking with Tammy, and I will catch you guys in another video. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye, guys.